Investing is just for people with deep pockets? Not exactly. You're going to completely change your mind when I tell you that in 2025, you could start building wealth with as little as $25 a month. And no, I'm not talking about some get-rich-quick scheme or risky crypto investments. I'm talking about real, sustainable investing that can help secure your financial future. A large majority of Americans believe they need at least $1,000 to start investing, but the reality couldn't be more different. In fact, Warren Buffett, one of the world's wealthiest investors, started with just $114 in today's money when he made his first investment. Now, I'm not saying you'll become the next Warren Buffett, but I am saying that starting small doesn't mean staying small. Thanks to new investment platforms and technologies, you can actually start building your investment portfolio with just a few dollars. Stick around until the end, because I'm going to share a simple strategy that could turn just $25 monthly investments into $100,000 over time. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you won't miss out on the valuable insights we share in our future videos. Done? Okay, so let's break this down into 5 major sections that will transform you from a complete beginner to a confident investor. Tip number 1, getting started with minimal money. The first step in your investment journey doesn't actually start with throwing your money at just any broker you come across. It starts with understanding your current financial situation. Trust me, this foundation is crucial, and in a moment, I'll show you why this step could literally save you thousands of dollars in the long run. First, let's talk about what you really need to start investing in 2025. Most people think they need hundreds or thousands of dollars, but here's the truth. Many modern investment platforms have completely eliminated minimum investment requirements. Companies like Fidelity and Charles Schwab now offer zero minimum investment accounts, and you can buy fractional shares of stocks for as little as $1. But before you jump in and start investing, there's one crucial step you need to take. You need to create a safety cushion. Not an emergency fund, but enough money to cover any unexpected expenses that might pop up in the next month. The reason? You don't want to be forced to sell your investments at a loss just because your car needs repairs or you face other sudden expenses. Also, I bet this isn't something everyone tells you in those how to start investing videos. If you're carrying high interest debt, like credit card balances, you should prioritize paying that off first. Why? Because most credit cards charge around 20% interest, while the stock market historically returns about 10% annually on average. You're essentially losing money by investing before paying off high-interest debts. However, and this is important, you don't need to be completely debt-free to start investing. Just tackle the high-interest stuff first, and if you can, keep making smaller investments on the side. Lower-interest debts, like student loans or mortgages, usually aren't a big deal because their rates are often lower than what you can earn by investing. Tip number 2, choosing the right investment platform. Now that we've got the basics covered, let's talk about where you should actually put your money. In 2025, we have more options than ever before, and choosing the right investment platform is crucial for your success. Many new investors make the mistake of choosing a platform based solely on its interface rather than its features. While a user-friendly interface is important, other features have a much bigger impact on your investment success. The best investment platforms for small investors in 2025 share 3 key features: no minimum investment requirements, zero commission trades, and fractional share investing. Let's break down why each of these is crucial for someone starting with little money. First, no minimum investment requirements mean you can start with whatever amount you're comfortable with. This is revolutionary, because historically, many investment accounts required $500 or more just to get started. Today, you can open an account with just $1. Second, zero commission trades mean you're not paying fees every time you buy or sell investments. This is especially important when you're investing small amounts, because even a $5 commission can eat up a significant percentage of your investment. Third, fractional share investing allows you to buy portions of expensive stocks. For example, if a company's stock costs $500 per share, you can invest $50 and own 1/10 of a share. This means you can diversify your investments, even with a small amount of money. When choosing between these platforms, consider 3 additional factors: the availability of educational resources, the quality of customer service, and the range of investment options. These features become increasingly important as your portfolio grows and your investment needs become more complex. Also, check if the platform offers automatic investment options, which can help you stick to your investment strategy by automatically investing a set amount each month. But here's a quick tip. Don't just jump for the first platform you hear about. Take the time to study them thoroughly and make sure they meet your needs. Tip number 3, what to invest in when you're starting small. Well, at this point, things get exciting. When you're starting with little money, every dollar counts, and you need to make smart choices about where to put those dollars. I'm going to share 3 specific investment options that are perfect for small investors in 2025. But first, let me tell you about a common misconception that could cost you thousands in the long run. Many new investors think they need to pick individual stocks to make money in the market. They hear stories about people getting rich from buying Tesla or Apple stock early on, and they want to replicate that success. But here's the truth. When you're starting with little money, individual stocks might not be your best option. Let me explain why. The key to successful investing, especially when you're starting small, is diversification. This means spreading your money across different investments to reduce risk. But when you have limited funds, buying individual stocks makes it hard to diversify. This is where exchange-traded funds, ETFs, come in, and they're going to be your best friend when starting out. ETFs are like buying a basket of stocks all at once. For example, instead of trying to choose between Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon, you can buy an ETF that includes all of these companies and hundreds more. The best part, you can start investing in these funds with as little as $1 thanks to fractional shares. Here are 3 specific types of investments that work well for small investors. First, broad market index ETFs. These funds track major market indexes like the S&P 500 and give you instant diversification across hundreds of companies. They typically have very low fees and have historically provided solid returns over the long term. Second, dividend-paying ETFs. These funds focus on companies that regularly pay dividends to shareholders. This can be a great way to generate some income from your investments, even if you're starting small. And yes, we'll talk more about dividend investing strategies later in the video. Third, target date funds. These are perfect if you're investing for retirement and want a hands-off approach. They automatically adjust their investment mix as you get closer to retirement, becoming more conservative over time. Tip number 4, building your investment strategy. Now that you know where to invest, let's talk about how to invest. This is where many small investors get tripped up, but I'm going to share a simple strategy that you can start using today. The first key to successful investing with little money is consistency. It's better to invest $25 every month than to invest $300 once a year. This approach, called dollar cost averaging, helps reduce the risk of investing all your money when prices are high. It also makes investing more manageable when you're on a tight budget. So here's a simple strategy you can follow. Start by setting up automatic transfers from your checking account to your investment account each payday. Even if it's just $25 or $50, make it automatic. This removes the emotion from investing and ensures you're consistently building your portfolio. Next, divide your investments using the 80-20 rule. Put 80% of your money into a broad market index ETF for long-term growth and 20% into dividend-paying ETFs for some regular income. This gives you a good balance of growth potential and income. As your investment amount grows, you can start thinking about adding individual stocks or other investments to your portfolio. But remember, the key is to start small and build up gradually. Don't feel pressured to complicate your strategy just because you have more money to invest. Tip number 5, growing your investment portfolio over time. This is where everything comes together. I'm going to show you how to take your small starting investments and grow them into something significant over time. Here's when you could turn $50 monthly investments into $100,000. The key to growing your investment portfolio is understanding and harnessing the power of compound interest. This is when your investments earn returns, and then those returns start earning returns of their own. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger and bigger over time. Let's look at a real example. If you invest $50 every month and earn an average annual return of 8%, which is below the stock market's historical average, after 20 years, you would have invested $12,000 of your own money, but your account could be worth over $29,000. That's more than double what you put in. And if you can manage to invest $100 per month, you could potentially reach that $100,000 mark in about 25 years. As your portfolio grows, you'll have more opportunities to optimize your investments and potentially earn even better returns. But for now, focus on consistently making those small investments. Every great thing starts with just a small step, nothing more. Don't let a lack of money hold you back from beginning your investment journey. Start with what you can afford, stay consistent, and let time and compound interest work. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more practical financial advice. Hit that bell icon to make sure you don't miss any of our future videos, where we'll dive even deeper into investment strategies and personal finance tips. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, your financial future starts with the decisions you make today. See you in the next video.